Is Dwayne Bennett the head of scheduling, bro? This is fucked. Is it a Melbourne away game, cuz?
Yeah, it's Melbourne away game.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
Instead of trying to go somewhere else,
We'll talk
bro.
about his agents very soon.
Stay there. Cuz if I reckon if I end the game, we'll be better off, cuz. First thing I'm doing, fucking shoulder charges, bro.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Oh, Maron, what are you doing? Hey, like, comment, subscribe, share, do everything you gotta do, man. It goes a long way, trust me. You like my shirt? Get straight into the episode.
It's Eid, so to everyone that's watching, Eid Mubarak, my brothers and sisters, I love you all. I hope you're all having a great Eid. I hope everyone's smiling and having a good time with their friends and family. They've eaten all the wara'anab they can, and it's just time to enjoy. So I hope everyone's enjoying it. Of course, day 2 of Eid, I'm at work. I'm in the lab working. Fred is actually sick. Fred, you want to tell him what's wrong with you? You look like absolute hammered shit. And I'm saying it in the nicest way. You walked in, tissue box on your head, you're just, Suey, I don't know how I'm going to do this.
I'm here because I got to be here, boys.
League lads is
got to be consistent, huh? It's just an hour, you know?
No, I'm very, very happy to have you, bro. I hope you're feeling better straight out.
Yeah, one step at a time, bro.
Yeah, you'll be all right, man. Just drink some tea, have some honey. Get up, get it nice and
cozy.
cozy.
Like magic, bro.
Yeah, you look kind of warm in that jacket. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Hello Sports.
Nice jacket, bro.
Hey, they're gonna get a shout out every time you wear
warm jacket, bro. They were so funny this weekend with the Mad Dragon.
The Mad Dragon, I seen it. Nah, they're legends, bro. Even they have a billboard up apparently in the city.
That's hectic.
That's
bro.
so mad.
I saw another podcast with it as well, bro.
Congratulations, boys, bro. You deserve that stuff. He's been working hard for a long time.
The OGs, bro.
OGs, and we aspire to reach the heights of success that they have reached. So.
100, bro.
We love it, bro. We're on their way. Anyway, let's talk about everything. Flaxy, first of all, how are you, my brother? We gotta get Flaxy's camera going, man. I'm not happy with this.
How we doing?
Yeah, all right. Marcus Foundation being on this, that. You had a good weekend.
Absolutely. Went up to Newcastle. We won. It was great.
You were a bit panicky, or were you a little bit scared?
Oh, look, the first half, 20 minutes in. Second half, 20 minutes in. We don't talk about it.
Yeah, that's it. We just lock it up. We got through 2 points. We move forward.
Exactly.
And also, Flax is trying to get into the Euros, bro. Quickly, little segue. Who is he going to support? Portugal.
People saying Portugal, Italy, Spain, and what was that?
England. No, not Italy.
No, don't go for Italy, bro.
Yeah, who said Italy? They're just going to upset you, bro.
Yeah,
they'll make it far and lose, something like that. That's the most Italian national team thing. But who you got to tell us who you're going to support before we start our League Lad show, bro? Pressure's on, Ronnie. You're going to make your decision.
Well, let's see what the...
France are the best. Portugal have the best team.
Let's see what we got.
England are the biggest bottlers. So you pick out of them 3.
Well, Spain...
Or Germany.
Italy actually has the most support. It's then Spain, then Portugal, then France. But you know what? We'll have it at the end.
All right.
Yeah, but you know what? Italy,
Stay tuned
if you
to
go for Italy, they're gonna call you a bandwagon because they won last time.
They won the last Euros. Let's get straight into it, boys. Something massive has happened yesterday. The Origin teams came out. I think New South Wales one was out yesterday. The Queensland was out today. First things first, we're going to talk about both teams. We're going to dissect them, talk about what we like and what we don't like in these teams. And then we'll get into the round of rugby league that we just passed. Flaxy, can you please bring up the New South Wales Origin team?
Alrighty,
we're ready to go.
I've looked at it so many times, I don't even need to bring it up.
Bring it up. Let's go. You want to announce it?
Yeah.
Here you go.
So we've got Dylan Edwards.
Yeah.
We've got Do'o and Lomax on the wings. And we've got Critter and Latrell Mitchell in the centres, mate. Just like we wanted.
We'll get into it.
Then we've got good old mate Luai and Mitchell Moses is the halves pairing. Then we've got Jake Turbo keeps his spot with Reece Robson and good old Payne Haas. Then we've got Martin and Murray at lock and the other back rower, Martin and Crichton, Angus. Good old Angus. Then we've got Connor Watson on the bench with Isaiah Yo, Big Schmolle and
Spencer.
Good old Spencer Lenu with... Who's the 18th man again?
Barnett.
Mitch
Barnett and someone else.
And then there's
19.
CLEARY and someone else.
CLEARY and McInnes. So McInnes
is still in the 20.
19.
But he's not on the official line.
On the team. Right, okay. First things first, I feel like some of the changes that were made were pretty good, honestly. I'm not going to lie.
Bro, I'm happy with this team.
Are you happy? I'm happy with this team.
Do you think this team is an improvement?
Definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
Most definitely. And two things for me is the biggest improvement in this whole thing.
Good old Latrell Mitchell, mate.
Latrell Mitchell, we'll get into him. He deserves his own thing. He done a very, very good interview the other day, very controversial, some would say. And Mitch Moses. These two are going to change the game for us. They're going to have a big, big impact on Game 2's result, and we need them to have... We need every sort of influence, impact, leadership, injection we can for Game 2. Right?
It's funny because those two guys are probably the two best kickers in the NRL on this team.
Literally.
Like, because the way Latrell's been kicking the fuck out of the ball the last couple of weeks has been insane.
Let's get into Latrell Mitchell. He done the interview and he came out and said, look, a lot of people were going at him for not wanting to represent the Blues, like putting his in, I don't want to play for him. I want to focus on Souths. My opinion is I agree that if you're contracted to, I don't really agree, but if you're contracted to a club and you haven't given them your best efforts, you've always been injured, yada, yada, yada. I think they sent him overseas to get hamstring. Like, remember he went to that doctor in Philadelphia. Same thing that Tommy did. I think it's fair play to him. But then the other thing that he did, I agree with. He said he doesn't want to be the scapegoat, which he always is, right? And listen, we know, look, we've criticised Latrell Mitchell and he plenty of times before for a bit of the grubbiness or whatever. But this is what we love in Origin. This is what we want in Origin, right? And I think that the criticism he gets, some of it is fair, some of it is just crazy, bro. Like on the weekend, he had an incident where he ran in and tried to help his teammate. And all I could hear, I didn't watch the game properly. I went back on that moment and watched those 3-4 minutes. All I could hear was from the ref, Latrell. And Latrell's like 20 meters away. It's like as if they all know, let's not focus on everything that's happening. Let's focus on Latrell. And it's always the case. So I sort of understand him saying he doesn't want to be a scapegoat. And it's one thing that we have to do as New South Wales fans is back our team, bro. Like, love Latrell. Back him all the way. Everyone's so quick to criticize what he does.
Bro, this guy's never like.
He's never going to be the.
No, because they've said that he said he doesn't want to be the scapegoat. Well, in Origin, he's never had to be the scapegoat because he's never lost.
He's been that good.
He's been that good that he's won every single series, and I think that this is a real game changer because he provides the game with so much gravity. So many Queenslanders always have to keep tabs on where this bloke is. If he starts roaming around like you know what I mean,
it's dangerous.
Queensland are in trouble. If he stays in the same spot, he stays in his corridor, as old mate Mad Dragon put it. If he stays in the centres and doesn't roam around and sticks to his position, he's still going to be an absolute problem because Valentine Holmes cannot stop him one-on-one in most cases.
You got a lot of comments about what you said.
I don't care, bro.
No, a lot of people are like, Valentine Holmes is fast, but he's going to be up against Hammer. Bro,
if he's up against Hammer,
that's
the
cereal.
same shit,
Pick your
bro.
cereal, Cocoa Pops, Wheat Bix. He's eating them, cornflakes. He's eating everything, every single one of them for breakfast.
Yeah, and look, I just think that like no matter which one it is, you know what I mean? Because they always fucking change it in Origin, bro. You never actually know. They always throw curveballs. So I don't know which side Latrell's going to play. Crichton can play both sides, bro. You know what I mean? So we have that liberty to pick him on the weakest
But
side.
it doesn't matter when you have the best center in the world playing his position.
It
doesn't matter. You don't worry about who he's coming up against.
It's tough to defend center, bro. Like, especially if you don't do it a lot. And Valentine Holmes does it a lot, but he's so little. You know what I mean? We're going to have to see if close to the line, bro, he's going to be a speed bomb. And I've been talking about it's just a mismatch for anybody. When you're the best in the world, nobody can really hold you, bro. They can contain you, but they can't stop you. At the end of the day, bro, every time it was a big game, every time the Roosters needed him or the Blues needed him, he was the one that stepped up. And he never got his flowers. And that's my issue. He gets when he does something good, he never gets flowers. When he does something bad,
it's all about him.
Everybody's pitchfork and torches rioting in the streets, cuz. I don't like that, bro.
There's criticism that's deserved. Like, if you have a bad game, you say you have a bad game. Dylan Edwards had a bad half yesterday against Newcastle. It was shocking, but you will never hear about it because we know how good he is. You know what I mean? It's not fair to just criticize him and try to kill him.
But you won't hear about it because he had a couple bad moments, but then he still made 250 meters. He still
did his
scored.
job.
His second half was pretty much one of the best ones I've seen in a while. Like he bounced back.
Yeah, and that's what great players do.
The thing is when Latrell has a bad game, it's paired with like 80 meters and a couple errors, and it gets constantly looked at.
Yeah.
He's always under the microscope, and that's an issue that I have with Latrell, and it's I feel like he just doesn't get treated fairly because people don't like him. Very similar to Jerome Luai. Jerome Luai does anything good, and they're like, why didn't you do this in Origin? Well, brother, the guy had 12 players on his team, so it's easy. It's a lot easier to deal with. I think it's players when you have an extra man.
The players with a character and a voice, they're always going to be scrutinized more than anyone. No, if you just keep him, like Latrell said in his Mitchell, it's like if I kept my mouth shut,
they wouldn't hate me.
They wouldn't hate me, and I'll be the best player in the world. You know what I mean? Because I'd be happy. I wouldn't have this criticism, this burden that's always on me. So, bro, I fully agree with Latrell Mitchell, and I thought the interview was good. Yeah. He got to get a few things off his chest, and I feel like the reunion him and Maggie had, the Rabbitohs reunion. I feel like that was a good time to sit down for them to talk properly. You know, they probably have their conversations, but
everybody knew.
Everyone knew what's going to happen. Yeah. He even knew, are we on, Maggie? We on? And look, it's so good to see him back in the team. No matter what happens, I'll always be a fan of Latrell Mitchell in the Origin Arena wearing that Blues jersey because I'll tell you one thing. nobody loves that jersey more than him, bro.
Yeah.
He's that player that will freaking give you everything he can. He'll put his body on the line. He'll give you all the grubbiness, all the aggression that the team needs. And look, he might get sin-binned. He might get sent off. I don't know, but I don't care. I fucking love him.
Send off is a stretch because it doesn't happen that much.
I know. I'm just saying.
Six times in Origin.
I'm just saying he's so aggressive. So
yeah, he's so aggressive, but he channels it in thingo, bro. Like the guy, like we've seen Will Chambers, bro, would get under the skin of everybody, bro.
I think that's the greatest center battle ever, bro. Like
No,
not ever, but
I never
feel
really
like
rated Will Chambers that much.
No,
but
I'm
it
talking
was
about
so
the
good
hype.
in terms of
yeah,
entertainment.
the entertainment and the
Was
hype around it, not the
because-
quality, the
yeah.
actual hype where Latrell Mitchell just bullied the fuck out of him, bro. I
Bro.
remember that game.
Yeah, in Latrell's hood, bullies get bullied, bro.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
what I reckon. That's
Yeah,
the good old Zach Randolph line. And
Show me
Cuz-
this stat. Let's go, bro.
Will Chambers used to get into everyone's skin that he was up against, but when they versed, Latrell was in his skin, bro.
Try his number, bro. I'll tell you that
Latrell
much.
was just a better version of Will Chambers at the end of the day. And yeah, I'm so keen to see him in there.
I'm excited.
I reckon he's gonna rip in, bro.
He's gonna be a big change for us, bro.
I'm putting a decent bit of coin in him to score, bro.
Oh, I wouldn't fault you at it, bro. Another one that's getting picked is Mitch Moses.
Yeah,
Look, I'm not going to talk about this one too much. I think it's pretty obvious.
we needed long distance.
Nico Hines needs to go back to the drawing board and not think about rep footy for another 2 years. Just build his halfback game if you want to play as a halfback,
Yeah.
or build whatever game you want to build and focus on that position and go hard. Now, it's not his fault that he got picked at 7, and it's not his fault that Sharks pay him at 7, right? But I feel like his game needs to improve, bro. He needs to become that playmaker that takes the game from its neck and doesn't shy away in big moments. Because that's what Nico Hines, bro,
It's
we
just
watched him
not-
again
it's
against the Dolphins.
It's just not
What
clutch,
did you see?
bro.
It wasn't bad, right? But I feel like when you're that good of a player and that much talent, you got to get your team over the line, bro.
It's
I'm
just-
not blaming him,
It's just
obviously.
some players are just not as clutch as others, bro.
And it's fine.
And when it's Origin, you sort of want players that you can rely upon consistently when the times get tough.
Especially with 12 men. It's just
Yeah.
not easy. So
But it wasn't easy for him, bro.
Yeah,
you
it
know what
wasn't,
I mean?
it
So
wasn't.
I feel bad for him because the guy got dealt 2 bad hands in the 2 games that he played in.
But I just don't like how he falls into his show. You say Jerome Law was trying to do things, bro.
yeah,
You know, and that's the difference for me.
he
Not
looked scared.
Yeah, he looked like he knew what the papers were going to say the next day. And he said, all right, I'm just going to do what you want, and you're just going to write exactly what you
And
want.
I got to say, that kick for him against the Dolphins is a perfect example
Yes.
of how his mindset and what's going on in
You
his
could
head
tell
at
he
the
was
moment.
like you could fully tell, and like I hate to say it, bro, because I like Nico Hines' game. We always say this. We support his game. We think he's a good player. But it's so hard when the leader has to cop it like that and be nervous and tuck into his shell.
You know, he just doesn't have that dog in him, bro.
Nah, and Mitch Moses, bro, against the Bulldogs, he played well. A lot of people were saying he didn't. I think he played well against us.
I actually think he played
I think he
well
played
against
so
us,
good. That
especially
try
the first half.
that try that he set up, that run he did, whatever. Even his short side explosion where he just short side and runs on last tackle, says fuck everything. I don't want to kick. I'm gonna take it over there. 1, 2, 3. And I'm very excited to see him in our Origin. I feel like it's fair now. We actually have a 6 that's a 6, and a 7 that's a 7, and a 7 that's gonna kick long.
And it connects well.
And he connects well, of course. I'd like to see how have they played together. They have, in Origin.
No,
Or was
I
it him
don't-
and
It was
Walker
him
that
and
played
Cody. But I think he played another game previously.
with Luai?
I might have been with Loy, but I
100%.
can't remember. But this is their first time in the last couple of years at least playing against each other, or playing with each other. And I
They've
think
both matured.
they
and
work
grown.
well, bro. Jerome is in the best form he's ever played
Wallah,
in,
he's
bro.
so good, bro. He's getting the Tigers should be licking their lips that they got this deal done, and they should be very excited that
Yeah,
Luai's coming to them.
yeah, especially Lachlan Galvin.
Yeah, like a girlfriend.
You should be happy
We'll talk
instead
about
of
his
trying to go somewhere else.
We'll talk
Bro.
about his agents very soon.
Stay there. Don't listen to Isaac.
We'll get into the Tigers section, but yeah, Mitchell Moses, that's a good pick. I think finally we have a 7, and I'm excited to see the long kicking game. Someone I want to talk about is our boy, Matty Burton. Right now, this is what I don't understand, and I understand it, but I don't understand it. Right? Thank God Matty Burton didn't get picked. I'll be honest with you, because if he got picked at 18th man and wasn't gonna fucking get pushed into the side late or something, I was gonna be very, very mad because we would miss him in a game. Right?
Yeah.
Number one. Number two. Back in the days when someone was 18th man, that just meant they're next up. Right? To me, that's how I felt. Like you're there, you're next up. If something ever happens, you're next up. You know what I mean?
No, they just
'Cause
have
this
him,
guy-
have him in the camp.
Yeah, this guy just gets flicked off every single time. It doesn't make no sense to me, right? And I'm a Bulldogs fan, yes, I'm in my Bulldogs gear, but I don't know a player like there is obviously players, but it's not that many players better than Matty Burton this season.
No.
Wallah, like
But look, look, there are some areas where his numbers aren't very good, and there are some areas where his numbers are the best for any half.
okay, but then you
He's
look
got
at the team
most,
he's
he's
in.
got the most. Yeah, but
The team's
he's making,
improved, and he's
he's
making-
making his team so much better.
Exactly.
And the team is making it easier for him. his try assists are low. A lot of people say, but his try assists are low. He doesn't create. Matt Burton is like Lonzo Ball, always describe it.
He loves this shit.
Fuck the try
I'm
assist.
sick of you.
Fuck the stat that gives you the assist. You know what actually helps the team the most? Giving guys like kick out early ball. You don't need to put it on a platter for kick out. You just need to give him the fucking
And something's going to happen.
Yeah, and like kick out and Sherry and
Araka,
like they create.
Wilson, yeah.
You give him early ball and they're gonna create. Doesn't mean that he's a worse half than someone that has more try assists.
Yeah.
Because he just doesn't have to. He's in a situation where he doesn't have to put it on an absolute platter.
Yeah, and every team's different.
You know what
Every
I mean?
system's different. Like everyone plays different footy.
But the guy has the most tries in the NRL for a half. He's got 8 tries this year. Like he's the most 40-20s. All right.
I don't know anyone that, and we were laughing at, no, not laughing, but a lot of people were talking about his sort of controlling kicking game. We're like, yeah, he's good. He's only got a bomb. This is what I
Bro,
heard
they
last year.
say he's only got a bomb.
Yeah, he's only got a bomb. He's only got a bomb. He's only got a bomb. Yeah, but bro, he's got the most 40-20s. His kicking game is phenomenal. This
He's not even bombing it anymore, bro.
Yeah,
He's kicking it
we
straight
watched
to the corner.
at the
guys.
Para game. We were so excited because we actually got to see 2 Birdo bombs. Like, yeah, it's been a
No,
long
there was
time.
3 big ones because the guy's always got 17 people chasing him.
They know what to expect from him. But just him not getting selected pisses me off, bro. At the same time, I'm happy because it's not. But what more does a brother have to do? Like you said.
I think our complaining, because Serraldo complained, and I think that actually had.
But do you think Matt Burton got picked as 18th man and said, "Nah, I'm not doing this shit, bro"? Straight out.
No, I think Matt just listened and I think Connor Watson was. I think he always wanted to pick Connor. My shocking thing, like I'm glad that Burton's going to play this week. I think he would have been very valuable as in the 17, and he's in career best form. He's better than he's playing better now than he ever has at Penrith, and that's just I feel like he's been hard done by again. He's the guy that, in my opinion, deserves to be picked the most and isn't getting picked. But at least we get him this week, and we need all the help we can get because the Roosters are going to have their full spine, bro.
Except for Lindsay Collins, I think, and
full spine.
Yeah,
they're
spine,
losing
yeah.
3 forwards or 4 forwards. Like Connor Watson's been playing 9.
you reckon Brandon Smith will play this week?
Yeah, he'll play this week. He'll play this week. Yeah. So they're going to have their full actual first team spine. You know, Tedesco, Walker, Kiri, and Cheese. So we need all the help we can get. But winnable game with Matt Burton.
They have no forwards.
Yeah, but they always got forwards, bro. Like they still got Radley, White, Butcher. You know what I mean? Like Jerry Hargrave. Oh yeah, he's suspended. Eh?
Yeah. I don't know. We have a good chance, but anyway.
But you know, it's gonna be. We'll talk about that.
Let's talk about Connor Watson.
Yeah.
Because
what do you think?
all right, Connor Watson getting picked. Listen, I love Connor Watson. When we were linked with him, I was very happy because we're gonna get a proper utility. Like I know Turpin and that were signed as
We've
utility.
got so many utilities, and he's probably the best one.
Yeah, he's the best one that we were linked with. And I feel like Connor Watson, bro, you got to give him his flowers, but you got to give him his credit. Nice guy, good bloke. He's always, I think he was at Newcastle. A lot of his career's been injured, bro. Haram, he can never catch a break, bro. And every time you see him, his form goes up a little bit. He gets better. Injury. And every time he builds a good connection with a teammate in the team, and injured. So mentally, I feel like it's been very hard on him. I'm very happy that he gets the opportunity. And look, I'm not against Connor Watson getting picked, but I feel like there's more. I feel like the only person that's better than him would have been Matty Burton.
Or McInnes.
No, but I think Matty Burton would have been better to be selected on the bench than Connor Watson as a utility.
Now he's look, like I said, I made a video about it yesterday. You know, for some you guys are still watching my 8-minute, 9-minute, 10-minute TikTok, so I love you all. At the end of the day, right, Connor Watson's a very good player. He's extremely versatile. Like he's the most versatile utility that we have. Because he can play in the halves. He can play... Bro, the guy had multiple seasons at fullback, for Christ's sake. Like, the guy's played everywhere.
You Connor Watson?
Yeah, he's been Mr. Fix-It. Like, he's their Mitchell Orbison now, right? He can play in the middle. He can play as a lock, on an edge. You can probably chuck him at centre.
And he's tough as they come, bro.
6 and 7 at times, you know what I mean? That's so valuable. Like, that is Craig Wing level of value that you get out of
what
a player.
What did I call him? Craig Young?
Yeah. in terms of versatility, you get so much value out of him. But the thing is, if he plays in the middle, like he's not a better middle or a hooker than Cameron McInnes at all.
Definitely.
Cam McInnes played he played 30 minutes or something like that. The guy got 41 tackles,
48
no
minutes
misses,
in Origin?
100 meters. You know what I mean? The guy was an absolute machine. I don't think Cameron McInnes deserved to get dropped, but they obviously want someone that can cover everywhere and anywhere and everywhere, right? So I see why Connor Watson got picked. Do I consider Connor Watson to be one of the best players in the NRL at his position? No. But he's getting picked just because of his versatility, and he's still a great player, super mentally tough because it takes so much mental fortitude to come back from so many bad injuries.
He's had bad
And
injuries,
I'm proud of him, and I'm actually happy he's there because I know Madge has got a plan for him. Madge really likes him. Me personally, I would have picked McInnes or Burden over him because McInnes is a better middle and hooker. Burden's a better center or half, in my opinion. But they can't do neither of them can do both. Whereas Connor Watson can.
Yeah, I understand that. I would have picked over Connor Watson. I would have picked Burden, and over Isaiah, I would have picked McInnes, and I would have loved Cam Murray to start. Obviously, starting. That's the only thing. The only complaints I could have. Robson staying in the team. That's very good. Like we talked about this last time, and you made a lot of sense. Robson didn't deserve to get dropped, but I would have loved to see McInnes in that team because I think he was so good for the Blues, bro. Well, it was actually like one of my favorites to watch in that game. When we were down to 12 men, he was a gun. 48 minutes, 41 tackles, yada yada yada. But yeah, bro, I think all the best to the boys, bro. We wish them well. We want them to do good. It fucking hurts the next day, wallah, when we lose Origin, because it's the next day is just pain and agony.
Yuck.
And all these New South Wales residents that support Queensland messaging me, haha, this, that, like it makes no sense. You absolute morons. Wake up to yourself.
Don't be a wanker.
Yeah, just don't be a wanker, like we've said this multiple times on multiple occasions. But yeah, please, New South Wales, don't break our hearts. Keep the series alive. I know we could win it. I really do. I really believe from game one's efforts.
It's massive, bro.
It's massive, bro. And we have the right selections now, right? We're never going to be perfect, but we've got the right selections now to go and get the job done. And all the best to the boys in blue, man. Let's get into Queensland's team. Quickly, Flaxy, hit me with your best shot.
All right, Queensland, the fullback, Reece Walsh, Xavier Coates, and Murray Talangi in the wings, Valentine Holmes and the Hammer in the centres. Your halves pairing is Tom Dearden and DCE, Ruben Cotter and Lindsay Collins in the props with Ben Hunt at hooker. The second rowers are Jaden Sewer and Nanai and Pat Carrigan at lock. Your interchange is Harry Grant, Footer Waker, Kafusi, and Capewell. Your reserves are then Dane Gagai, Helium Lukey. I've said that wrong.
Helium Lukey?
Helium Lukey,
He's on
yeah.
the bench. He's on the reserve.
Wow.
And Trent Lorero.
No, so Jermaine Hopgood misses out.
Jermaine and Selwyn Cobbo,
Selwyn
who are
Cobbo
both
miss
injured.
out. I think they're both injured. They're both not ready to go.
Cobbo, fuck, bro. If he scored on the weekend, I would have wanted a lot of money, but he looks fucked.
It was
Looks-
that bad.
He's playing like he's keystering something, bro. He just didn't want to play.
I think Slater's looked at that and said, nah. You
Yeah,
take
there's
yourself,
something clearly not right.
have a rest.
And yeah, like have a rest. Like
Hopgood as well. I think he's a good Origin player, Hopgood. I don't know if he's performed at the highest. I don't really focus on him, but I loved
he's
him
a
at Para
mad
last year.
player,
Yeah, he's a
player.
mad
He
player to
got-
have.
He got hurt in that
In the
Liam
back,
Martin
yeah.
tackle.
In the back, was it in the back?
Yeah, Liam. That Trent Barrett specifically alluded to that Liam Martin tackle as what injured him.
He's correct him, bro. What do you think? And then obviously Reece Walsh comes back into the side.
No, Cobbo's a massive loss.
It is.
Yeah, but Capel's done a job before at centre, so if something happens out wide, they can reshuffle. And Capel's played centre before, but like I'm pretty sure that series is the one that we won the last time he had to be played there. But good team, very good team. Still, Reece Walsh is back.
There's never any dilemmas with the Queensland selections. Yeah?
There's
never any
still no
dilemma.
David Fafita.
No,
But
David
he's
Fafita.
not he didn't play on the weekend,
Yeah,
so
true.
he's injured. So,
I get that.
but
And they got the job done with Vardy. I know it's 12 men, but they got the job done with Vardy.
bro, they should be picking him because honestly, I pick him over every back row in the comp, bro.
We've said this before. He's missed in your all-time greats. You're taking him
But
so if you're picking your best XI, I'll show you. He's getting picked, bro.
yeah,
Fafita.
XI's 11, bro.
I'm going.
XII.
I'm going football terms.
Yeah.
XII. Sorry, guys. But yeah,
Bro, I
no.
thought it was fancy.
Good team for.
Blood was Roman.
Give me a fucking break. Anyway, move on. Good team for Queensland. It's funny how they never have any problems picking. It just gets picked and everyone's happy.
Yeah,
Never
it's
hear
a
any
good
yells
team.
and cries. So fair play to Queensland
Not
for that.
that many changes that were forced. you know
Nah.
what I mean?
Walsh is back in. And then Capel, we spoke about that. Anything else you want to add to Queensland's team? Anyone else that you should have got picked for him? I feel like DC is going to be massive for him again.
Yeah, I think DC had a blind on the weekend as well.
This
And
is a beatable team.
yeah,
Confidently.
yeah. I like if I
I don't like being confident because it hurts, but
I just I don't know, but I do think it is beatable, and I just think that we proved it because of how well we played with 12. Makes me a little bit uneasy because Billy Slater was very critical
about his team.
of that team's performance. We're gonna see how they bounce back. The team is a pretty big team as well. Our team is a little bit more like small, you know what I mean? So apart from House and Yo and like Spencer, we are pretty small. But you know what? With Latrell, we got a bit of size out wide, and I just think that stuff gonna be like Latrell's never gonna be the focal point of the New South Wales attack. So I think that's gonna be a really big boost for us, and I do think we'll get over the line in this game.
Hopefully, we'll do our predictions next week for everyone listening. Let's get into this round. Let's get into first things first. Let's talk about the ladder because Bulldogs fans the whole weekend. We're fourth, we're fifth, we're fourth, we're fifth, we're sixth.
I don't care.
Parramatta, Elan, Cronulla. Yeah, look, I was just being a Bulldogs fan and being excited, but I told my brother-in-law this. I said, listen, bro, I don't really care like what happens. I'm more. We watch a lot of Premier League, right? And I'm a Liverpool fan. You know, being first doesn't mean shit. You got to be first at the end, right? No, I'm being
Whoever
serious.
wins the last game of the season, bro.
Yeah, it's always the last. Like you got to look at that time of the year, and that's when you should really start feeling nervous and taking it serious. So positions on the ladder don't mean anything. But let's.
You ever
talk
watch
about-
Moneyball?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
With Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
He said a line that always sticks with me.
What?
No one cares unless you win the last game of the season, bro.
So that's heavy, that stuff, bro.
So no
If
one
it's not a
cares
title
unless
race.
you're Penrith.
Yeah.
So that guy the guy that always says Penrith the only team that matters, he's sort of
Yeah,
right.
that bloke
He's
always
sort of-
comments.
Every stream, bro.
Every time.
Every stream.
Penrith's the only team that matters. What, bro?
Yeah, it literally doesn't matter unless you win the last
Bro, I
game of the
literally put
year,
up a
bro.
chant video like about Connor Tracy and creating a chant for him. And he's like,
Penrith,
Penrith matters only.
Yeah,
You're
I love
right.
that guy. Bro, he's been writing on that on my streams for like half a year, bro.
We're gonna be putting that on a plaque, and we're gonna just have on that side of the
Only
wall.
Penrith matters. Also, almost 1,000 subscribers, guys. Get in there, man. 40, I think 30 something left. But let's talk about the ladder, Flexi.
We're
Who's
on
the
top
bottom
eight?
Let's go bottom eight.
Oh, bottom eight.
Yeah,
So
really, bottom eight
from
to me.
bottom or from the top?
Bottom to the top.
Bottom
17
from the top.
finals.
So number 17, due to the loss to the Tigers, the Titans are taking the wooden spoon as of right now. We then got the Tigers, the Eels, and Rabbitohs. Funny how Rabbitohs have won 3 in a row and still in the bottom 4. The Knights, Warriors, Dragons, Cowboys, and then the Broncos in the number 9th position.
Crazy. Brisbane being
Manly
ninth.
knocked Broncos out of the 8, bro. That's funny, man.
That's crazy stuff.
Where are the Dragons?
Dragons are 11th.
Okay.
I read us the 1 to 8.
And 1 to 8, you got the Seagulls in 8th, Raiders,
Finally got out of 10th, bro.
the Bulldogs in 6th,
Yeah, give us a little cheers, boys. 6th place. Who would have thought would have been here, bro?
the Roosters in 5, and then your top 4 is the Dolphins, the Sharks, the Penny Panthers, and the Melbourne Storm.
Dolphins are pissing me off, Ola.
Well, they're
Actually pissing me off, bro.
They have the easiest draw in NRL history. It's pissing me the fuck
It is
off.
just
It's
like
actually-
the Sharks as well. Like,
but you know what I
gotta
watched?
beat the
It's
Sharks.
not
No,
the
it's not the
Sharks,
Sharks.
bro, because they played 3 games in Sydney. The entire year.
Oh, Dolphins, yeah.
3 games in Sydney, bro.
That's a
Can you
joke.
fucking believe that? The team.
Yeah, most teams are in Sydney.
There's 8 teams. How many teams are in Sydney?
Okay.
Oh, no,
How
I'm
many
gonna-
teams in fucking
Newcastle
Newcastle's
Bulldogs.
not Sydney.
Newcastle's not Sydney. So you got Sharks,
fucking near it.
Roosters, Bulldogs, Manly. Would you count Penrith in Sydney?
Yeah, of course.
Penrith, Eels,
Dragons,
Rabbitohs,
Sharks.
Tigers, like at least 7,
That's
8,
10
9.
teams.
They come here 3 times. Yesterday, the game against the Sharks
That's the first
was
time.
the first time they won here ever. So they didn't. So last year they only played 3
They're
times
actually
here.
pissing me off. Ola, they're
How the
pissing me off.
fuck? How the
they
fuck
get
is
away
that
with
possible?
this?
Who's scheduling this shit? Fucking Dwayne
Dwayne
Bennett.
Bennett.
Is Dwayne Bennett the head of scheduling, bro? This is fucked. But they do play a couple games in Perth and shit. But we're versing them in fucking Bundaberg.
that's an
The home
actual
of Bundy
joke.
Rum. You can't get a place that's more Queenslander.
Dolphins.
Not more Dolphins, more Queenslander than where fucking Bundaberg rum is made, and that's our home game. There won't be a single blue and white jersey in that fucking crowd, and we did that last year.
Didn't we beat them last
We
year? bro?
beat them last year.
We'll beat them again,
in
bro.
Bundaberg.
We'll
bro.
beat them again
yeah,
in
real
Bundaberg.
fucking hostile fucking
They
Bulldogs
can't
crowd
keep
there,
getting
right?
away with this.
Let alone everyone else. How the fuck? No wonder they can fucking. They got such a. They haven't versed no good teams
Top
yet,
4, bro. They're 4th.
They're fourth. You know what? While I said they had the worst half spring in the comp, you know what? They're proving me wrong. I will happily eat my words, cuz, because Nicarima and Katoa work so good.
Look so well.
But what the fuck, bro? This is like, okay, last year Harom, it's their first year. Like, you know what I mean? They got, has this year, they should be playing more games in Sydney, cuz.
They should. At least
Play
8
more
games.
games.
At least 8 games. At least.
At least,
At
bro.
least 8 games. Come on.
It's 24, 23 games a year, 24 games a
26.
year. No, it's 27 rounds, I think.
Their first game is...
And you got buys, this, that. Yeah, 23, 24 games.
You know what I mean? Because they're playing 3 games in Sydney. Like,
What would you
that's
do?
fuck.
What would you do if the NRL gave him like
That's
extra
actually a
buy?
joke. That was their first game in Sydney this year.
This year.
15
in
rounds.
round 15.
Wait, listen.
Who the fuck is scheduling this shit, bro?
What would you do if they just
cuz,
got a-
torture him. Waterboard that bloke, bro. Waterboard him, cuz.
What would you do if Graham Anderson, what's his name? Not Graham Anderson. If Vlandis just gave him another buy,
Cuz,
on
like,
top of-
Vlandis like 80. It's not Vlandis, bro. Some bloke told me they pay some guy in America and the guy uses like a fucking program to set the schedule.
But let's
That's
just-
fucking bullshit.
let's just
Because
get
that
chat-
means the schedule would be somewhat fair.
Yeah.
Not fucking Redcliffe
Nah.
getting 3 games in Sydney again.
I reckon if we got Chat GBT to put a bloody schedule up, it would do
They
better
would do a
than
better job.
Yeah. Dolphins will play about 10 times in Sydney. Fairly.
Yeah, fuck, bro. Like,
Anyway, listen.
Bro.
Who's gonna miss out on the 8?
I actually have the Dolphins missing out on that because
Okay.
they actually haven't versed anyone in the top 4 yet.
All right. So
Like,
Dolphins.
they haven't versed you.
They haven't
Nah,
They
versed
haven't
us.
versed Melbourne.
They're
haven't
versing
versed
them
us.
this week.
They're
We're top
versing
8.
Melbourne this week. They haven't versed you. They haven't versed
Oh,
us.
they're versing Melbourne on the Origin week as
Yeah,
well.
of course. Oh, no, I did that. But then again, their Origin week's sort of a bit screwed up
Who?
too. Like, because they lose Hammer, they would be losing
okay,
Gilbert
yeah,
if
yeah.
it was healthy.
Hammer and Kafusi.
And Kafusi. So
Yeah, that's big. It's
like,
big.
and this is where their depth gets tested, and this is where like the same time last year they fell off because they don't have that depth established yet. This year they're a little bit better depth wise, but I still
Come on, yeah.
have them starting to struggle around this point of the season because they don't have a lot of options to pick from if people go down or if people go missing from Origin. It's not because they're a bad team. I think if you never had to reach into your reserves, they probably would make the 8. They actually probably would if everybody hypothetically stayed healthy.
A lot of
and it
people
was-
would make
and
the
it
8.
was based off your 17. They would probably be really good because their first 17 is mad.
But a lot of
But
people would make the 8.
When they start having to reach, of course, it would change a lot of things. But depth is something that you have to count.
100%.
And when they have to reach into their depth, they don't get that many wins.
100%. I got a question for you. So who's not making the 8?
I don't
Since
have
before you went on your
actually,
rampage against the
I
Dolphins.
actually don't have Dolphins in the 8,
Okay.
and I don't have the Raiders in the 8,
Okay.
and I don't actually have us in the 8.
You don't have us in the 8.
No, I think we're gonna miss out because I think like some Dogs fans think our schedule's pretty easy after these next 3 weeks. I disagree. It could be really hard because we got guys like we got the Dragons at Wollongong.
Tough
We
game.
have the Cowboys twice home and away, Warriors twice home and away. Depending on how their roster's looking, like if they're fully healthy and they're fighting for a top 8 team, now they're going to be really tough games. And I think we got a couple more teams off the bye because we've had 3 teams off the bye so far, and I think we still have 1 or 2 more, which is pretty slack.
So
Like,
you
we were
still-
voted the hardest draw in the NRL.
And you still don't think we'll make the 8?
I think it's going to be tough because in a comp that's so close,
It is very close, bro.
It's
Like if
so- bro,
Rabbitohs are what, 6 points or
Rabbitohs are 3 wins away from
3
us, I
wins
think.
away from the 8?
Yeah.
From us. Like
So it's going to be really tough because who you verse is really going to matter. The thing is, we avoid the top 3 or 4. Like, we avoid Melbourne. But I honestly think we can beat Melbourne. We came very close. But let's say we avoid Melbourne. We avoid Penrith. We avoid... Who's third?
Sharks right now.
Okay, we don't know.
Sharks
We
will
avoid
lose.
Melbourne, Penrith. Okay, we avoid a very hungry South team. We avoid versing Brisbane twice. Right now, that's probably a bad thing. But if if we had to verse them around 25, that'd be
That'll be hard.
hard, you know what I mean? So I guess we avoid them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, we only verse the bottom 4 one time.
Yeah, which is
The
fucking
Titans,
shit,
you know what I mean? We only verse the Titans once, the Tigers once, Souths once.
Dragons we play them twice.
Dragons, we play them twice. But yeah, so we verse the middle range teams
a lot.
practically the rest of the way.
Yeah.
So depending on how our roster looks, how their roster looks, how many teams get to verse the bottom 3 twice. Like, there's like, so let's say us and the Dolphins miss out, or let's say us and the Dolphins miss out because we never got to verse the bottom 3 teams, but two other teams got to verse them twice and got 12 points from them. You know what I mean?
It makes a difference.
It makes a big difference.
100%.
So I'm worried that we'll actually miss it. Not because we're a worse team, but just because the draw is very difficult for us.
I feel like, but one thing I'll say about
And those losses that we had that were
that we
very
should've
close
won.
at the end of the year, I think may come back
catch
to
up.
bite us.
But I'll tell you one thing about us, Freddie, and I don't say this lightly, bro. I literally, like, I've thought about this team a lot, and I have faith in them, I have hope in them. I feel like when it gets tougher, they get tougher.
I agree.
And that's the, wallahi, I don't care about what we've won. That's what makes me believe that we will make the 8. And not, I'm not just saying we'll just make it, I think we'll make it comfortably, right? But if I start to say that grittiness, if they start to like down tools,
Gas
capitulate and gas out, then okay.
This week's massive for us.
It's a big test for us this week.
There's
bro.
no Crichton.
And you got Burden back in, and the Roosters, they want to win, bro. Straight
Two
up.
of the grittiest players that we have are going to be missing this week within Preston and Crichton. I know they're saying Kickout's going to be back this
Kurt
week.
Mann's
we'll
gone
have
as
to
well.
see.
Which is a big
Kurt
loss.
Mann's gone as well. But we're going to have to see how these boys play because we're versing, again, a full-strength spine in the Roosters. They're missing forwards, but they still have so much depth there. It's going to be a real test for us.
All right, and I got one more question for you. Souths and Parramatta Eels, do you see them making the 8?
It's going to be... I got to see what their run home is like. I think both of them can make the 8 because it is... I know they're like 3rd and 4th last, but at the end of the day, the gap is just 3 wins.
It's not that big, bro.
It's fucking nothing, bro.
What round are we in? 16?
There's still 10, 11 rounds left, bro.
That's a long time.
They got to be perfect, but
Yeah.
if they can secure 8 of their next 11, like I always said, Souths are going to have a great run, like going to have a really strong finish because they, on paper, they're so shit out wide. They need Campbell Graham back, and Campbell Graham's 2 weeks away from coming back. They get him back, and the fucking whole thing for their team
Solved.
changes.
A lot of their problems solved.
Yeah, that's because now they don't have to play Richie Kennar anymore. They don't have to play Tane Milne at centre anymore.
Yeah, and
They
that's a lot of errors and penalties and discipline that's solved in their game.
But it's just guys.
No shade on them,
Guys
but
that are fringe first graders are being replaced by fucking Wyden or like they can. You know what I mean? Like I think they're going to keep Wyden and Walker in the halves and keep.
I don't mind that.
You know what I mean? And
Straight up.
they're playing
It's
better.
working well.
They don't have anything else to do because the kid, like at the end of the day, you'd rather Wyden than that kid that Hawkins is injured. Ilias is injured. There's another one. I forgot his name.
Joy. That's
No. That's the fullback. There's another one that he was playing in the halves and he was doing a good job, but he's 18.
Yeah, you don't want
Now you
that
get
spotlight.
Campbell Graham on in the centres and
Wyden should be in.
the way Kaloma Tungi's playing, I think they're going to get Totola back soon as well and Shaq Mitchell. I don't think they've been playing very much. So
No, I think I agree.
they're going to have a very strong run home.
They have a good run home, and I think, bro.
I wouldn't want to verse them.
Yeah, I don't want to verse Souths, and I hate Souths, bro. But I feel like Latrell, and I feel like the Souths boys are going to be fired up. They've heard shit all season. They've lost their coach, right? And we've never said this shit, but we believe that they didn't want to play for Jason Demetrio.
Yeah, Ben.
And now they don't have him. Ben Hornby.
Ben's got him playing, bro.
They're happy, cuz.
I
And
hope-
I'll tell you
I
something.
hope-
When
I hope
Walker and
Wayne-
Latrell are on,
Yeah.
fucking they're on. It's hard to, and then when they got their players back, it's going to be a
But
problem.
then again, they have
So
those
yes or
three
no?
shit teams.
Well, yes or no? Souths make the 8. Yes or
No.
no? No.
But I think they can.
Okay, but what do you think?
I
will
don't
happen?
think Para and Souths will make the 8.
Okay, that's it.
I think
Case
Souths
closed.
will come very close to making the 8, but they won't.
I'll just say, me, Winston, and Zane pulled a ladder predictor yesterday, and we had them finishing 9th or 10th.
Yeah.
What about Para?
Para, they didn't make the 8.
Yeah,
but we had the Dogs in the top 4. We had them 4th.
Wow.
Yeah, because like it
But-
depends on how we're going to match up against the Waz games and
Listen,
the Cowboys.
our
games
next
are
three,
huge.
our next 3 games are very, very important, and that's
if
why.
we get a win in the next 3, I'll be happy.
Yeah, 1 win.
If I get 1 win in the next 3, I'll be happy.
We'll win 2 out of the next 3, 4.
But
Straight up.
I'm looking at that Sharks and I'm like, bro, you
You just have to fucking win that game.
You got close last time,
Yeah.
and then you faded.
And it's a Friday night at Accor.
Yeah,
like
like
it's
this
our
is-
game. It's our fans need to all be there. We need to get the Conor Tracy chants going. A lot of people are saying we need to start chanting yada yada yada. Listen, I might be at the game. We're not going to be working. I want to just watch the game because that was a bit of a trick last time. But Brother, we need to be full voice because I wanna play
That's
finals
at
footy.
6 o'clock, I'm pretty sure, so I'm not making that game.
Oh, okay, well probably.
But that game is the one that
I
is
want
a must win.
Yeah, I want like full voice. I want to play finals footy, bro. I feel Belmore needs it. Rugby league needs it. When the Bulldogs are playing good, brother. When the Bulldogs are on, you won 3 premierships. You know how good success tastes, right? But brother, when the Bulldogs crowd are on, it's a different gravy, bro.
When them dogs are good,
It's fucking the world's
the
better place.
NRL's way better.
The
bro.
NRL is you just have the loudest Arab fans
Yeah.
yelling, and that's what you want, bro. Boys, let's get into Jordan Ricky not getting sent off. Why? Now listen, I know he's from Brisbane. I know, like,
I know all the ladies love him.
I know the ladies love him, and he's a good-looking fella. And listen, I wouldn't want to have anyone around him, but listen, how the hell don't you send him off? Wallahi, it's probably Fred. Me and Fred had this argument before the cameras went on. I think it's worse. I fully think it's worse, right? Because the guy has no ball, right? And it's Cameron Murray. There's no slipping. Correct me if I'm wrong. There was just straight
He didn't have the
boom.
ball. Yeah.
He didn't have the ball, bro, and just straight boom. Like, I know footy happens very quick, and he might have thought that Cameron Murray did have the ball. Like you said, Coda Walker loves to do that pass.
Yeah.
But he didn't. And you mistimed it. You got it completely wrong. How the fuck you didn't see the send-off? I don't know.
Yeah. How
And it's actually... Because we hate send-offs. We never want to see anyone sent off, no matter what
that
happens.
has send off written all over because then fucking Latrell, they're comparing Latrell's sticking up for his mate, and they're putting that on the same level as
They've
the
punished
Heat.
it the same.
As the Heat, because they got punished the same, which is fucking bullshit. Okay, in my opinion. So look, it was worse because he didn't have the ball, but it wasn't worse in terms of the fucking brain damage that old mate's gonna get.
Okay, I'm not talking about the
he
effect.
wasn't running full sprint, fucking like leaving the ground.
Okay.
Superman.
I'm not talking
shoulder
about
to
the
head.
effect. I'm talking
But
about the actual
hit,
moment.
because he didn't have the ball.
It's dumb.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
And it should have been a send off. 100%.
And the NRL does
Even
this
because Kevin Walters, I've never heard that bloke.
I've never ever heard him.
more idiotic.
No, I've never heard him be like fair ever.
I've
He's
never-
always a
he's
biased cunt.
Because every coach defends their team.
100%, and there's no
he's
problem.
going to the media and saying, "Cuz there should have been a fucking send off."
Why didn't he get
But
sent off?
he shouldn't get suspended. That was
Yeah,
literally his
that's
argument.
just like.
No, but he
right.
said the same thing about Suey.
Well, like he
Well, I
murdered
did.
him. He murdered him, but he shouldn't be fucking jailed for
No,
it.
but he said the same thing about Suey. You know that? He's like, I don't think suspension's going to do anything. Like, we just need I think he's trying to say, let's take a different approach to teaching these guys how to not kill someone during the game. He shouldn't get sent off.
No, you should get suspended if
You
you're
should,
Jordan
of
Ricky
course.
because you're stupid.
Yeah,
and
you're
you
an
made
idiot.
a bad read and you hit the guy in the head.
And the only way you're going to learn is if you miss game time.
Yeah, if
and your team gets
you
affected by
can
it.
fucking say, "Fuck, sorry boys, I lost us the game," that's fucking the worst. That's the most punishment. That's the worst thing. That's worse than a suspension.
Yeah. You lost
Like,
them
you
the
still
game.
get suspension.
But when you get suspended, your team's relying on you. Now you're not there. Now they got to reshuffle.
Yeah, exactly.
Now they're weaker, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, how he wasn't sent off. In the last thing we'll say about this is the NRL is the funniest sport. I always say it's the most stupidest sport ever. When Gus Gould said it's dumb,
He's right.
He's
bro.
right. He got fined this that. Listen,
How do
because
you?
how it happens, it happens on the biggest stage, right? And you lay your punishment. He gets sent off. Because argue all you want, he got sent off. There's nothing we can do about it to change it, right? 2 weeks later, what are we? 3 weeks later, right? Brisbane is playing Rabbitohs. It's a big game. Everyone's watching, right? Is that who they played, right? He does this, and you don't like. You literally have everyone watching. Everyone is questioning, brother. What the hell happened? How come he didn't get? They do it to themselves. They want us to question their fucking their what do you call it? Their knowledge.
Yeah.
Their ruling on the game. They want us to question their rules, and that's what we do every week. We question it. How come this happened? Dallin was telling Zeleznia, clothesline the fuck out of some bloke. What did he get? Simbined?
Yeah, in a week.
In a week. Come on, bro. How you put your hand out hooking for someone's head?
Yeah.
How? And Latrell runs in, yells at sticks up for his mate, gets the same. Fuck that. I don't care about the suspension.
Like, how did
I don't care about the suspension,
How
Fred.
did he get a sin bin for defending his mate? Did he throw a punch?
No.
No.
But you know
he
what I
went
hate?
in and pushed.
You know what? I don't care about the suspension. I care about in-game, because next week I'm not versing you. This is the week I versed you.
Yeah.
It's like when Caesar didn't get Simbin for a hip drop. I didn't verse you the next 4 weeks, cuz. I versed you here. How come I didn't get my punishment in a game you injured my player? That don't make no sense.
Listen, bro. At the end of the day, right? At the end of the
I'm
day,
getting sick now.
so we're gonna sin bin people for sticking up for their mates and they don't throw a punch.
But
Or
those want to sin bin raise money for talking.
Cause pushing and talking, instigating should not be a fucking sin bin.
It shouldn't be nothing. You should be shut up.
If Reed Money is talking and a guy punches him in the head or pushes him and starts a fight, you should not get because
The
he
guy that
didn't
punched should
if
start.
you don't throw a punch, if you don't push, like if you don't, if like has pushing, like I don't think pushing should be a send.
Never. Never.
But if you throw a punch, or if you commit a ruck infringement because you wanted to push a guy who's trying to play the ball, then if it affects the game, yeah. Pushing to defend the mate
Cause rugby
when it's
league-
already a penalty blown is not affecting the game at any point.
Let me inject. Rugby league is so lucky, right, that the players listen to them and don't punch each other. They're so lucky because we don't know what gets said on the field, right? And we don't know how much, brother. Imagine how much adrenaline, testosterone, how much anger, and you have to credit the players because they hold back a lot, straight out. Like a lot of players don't do shit; they just keep their mouth shut. It's the ego test for a lot of them, brother. Hitting their pride, and they're not throwing a punch. So then to punish people for fucking pushing is the worst, or talking.
Bro, it's
You've already
not-
taken so much from them.
But it's-
Be grateful. Look,
It's not even pushing; it's defending your
Like, yeah,
brothers,
but
bro.
I'm saying everything.
We're in a team sport, cause it's physical, right? They're all brothers. You're defending your brothers. You ask any NRL player, past, present, future, they will all say that Latrell Mitchell did nothing wrong, and that every single NRL player will do the fucking exact same
Exact
thing that he
same.
did.
Exact
Whether
same.
it's Origin, club football, reserve grade, New South Wales Cup, under 10s, they're all gonna do the same thing, bro.
It's shocking, bro. Straight out. And what pisses me off is that we keep fucking arguing about this and yelling it, and our breath and our energy, everything gets drained, cuz, and nothing happens. So, yeah, I say this a lot. I'm not gonna get angry about it, but I still do. How wasn't he sent off? Is the question. So yeah, I don't know. You have anything to add, Flaxy?
I don't know.
We're gonna talk about your coach in a moment.
It's so dumb. And then when Graham Ansley comes out and apologizes,
You know how I
for
fucking
all
hate
the-
that cunt?
Bro, I could retire on the amount of if I got $1 every time this guy apologized
cent,
for
a
something,
cent.
I could retire.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to live.
Don't
because-
retire. We need you.
Yeah, but you know, it's so dumb. This guy is apologizing for all these bullshit calls,
You know what
and then
pisses me
wants
off?
us to stop
The
criticizing the refs,
Yeah.
and then lets the refs keep doing their job and
Yeah.
they keep fucking
The
up.
apology,
the
the
refs-
apology makes things worse, bro. It
Yeah.
fucking hurts.
Yeah, just shut up. Just don't talk. You know what pisses me off the most part is how he can come out sometimes so quickly. He comes out and he says something like he never does that. It's very rare. I think he came out and said something. Anyway.
It was the Titans one, wasn't it? When Titan, and then he apologized to the Titans CEO or something.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I
mate.
don't know.
Sorry, mate. Like, what's that gonna do for
Yeah.
me? Just get your
That's
shit
a bit
right.
Like,
And
how
refs
about-
should
don't
be-
say
refs-
sorry, fix it, cuz.
Refs and the bunker, because it's not only on the refs. Well, it's not, because the refs get told they have a shit in the ear. They get told to what to do. The refs, the whole refereeing staff for every game should come out after and sit in a 5-10 minute press conference. It's not that hard.
Look.
And if
Human
it's a
error
bit-
happens. It's on the field, but that's why we have a bunker. If bunker's getting
But
things
so
wrong,
protected.
that's where the issue is.
So protected, bro. Wallah. Anyway, let's get into Ivan Cleary, because Ivan Cleary has come out today and said that, well, not today, a couple of days ago, he said he wants a shorter season. And the reason why he's talking about that, he's blaming injuries. He's saying injuries, there's so many injuries this year is because we're playing more footy and the game is so much faster. I need to hear your opinion on this quickly. I agree with him. I feel like the game is faster, but just get along with it. Just get on.
So I
Straight
don't.
out.
Okay. So I agree with him in the sense that it would also make a shorter season would also make each game more valuable, which will be like those throwaway games. Those are Pooslinger Thursday nights or Friday night at 6. They would make them a bit better because every game is worth more. I think when they do go into a 20-team NRL, I think they should look at shortening the season a bit. To potentially, I reckon either you verse every team one time, or you, like if you play 23, 24, you verse your local teams two times, and the rest of the league one time, something like that could work.
That's fair.
I think shortening the game by a month, shortening the season by a month would probably be good. So starting, like I think you should always finish on the October long weekend, but just start a bit later. But yeah, the injuries are starting to pile up a bit. I think incorporating like a week where everybody has a bye would also help positively impact them. Like not whether it's around Origin time or at the around just give them a week off, just so that everybody can rest. Even
I don't mind that.
We see it so often in sports, NBA, NFL, F1. They have the mid-season break. You know what I mean? I think a mid-season, there's international break for soccer, but I think that for a game as high-paced and fast as the NRL is, I do think they should be, because with the hamstrings, bro,
Hamstrings, quads now.
hamstrings are happening so often that I do feel like the game is too fast. And ACLs were happening a couple years ago as well, and a lot of them, the leg injuries, they're all leg injuries,
Heaps,
bro.
bro. Heaps.
And at the end of the day, it's just because of a lot of load on them because of how physically demanding the game is. I think a week off at some point in the season, middle point of the season.
Can you imagine that how much it took out of the Origin players for the New South Wales Blues when they had to play 12 men for 70 plus minutes? Like, can you imagine?
And then back up.
Like, it's actually crazy. And I'm not discrediting Queensland or anything, but that's the kind of shit that these players go through. So I agree, a shorter season is it's fair, and they need a break because all of them need a break.
Yeah,
and like it's better for everyone. You recover quicker. You have a time off mentally. You relax.
Yeah, man.
Yada,
Like,
yada.
at the end of the day, bro, you know what I mean? Like, it's just something that would work for them. You know what I mean? So I reckon either keep the same amount of weeks, and then give them 1 or 2 weeks off straight, or have them like after 8 weeks as a break, and after 16, 17 weeks as a break. You know what I mean? Or give them a big break in the middle of the season, or just shorten when the league goes to 20 teams. I think shorten it to 23, 24 games. You know what I mean? The Queensland teams versus the Queensland teams one extra time. The Western Sydney teams versus each other.
You can make something out of
it. Or just have 20 games and then 2, 3, 4 extra like random ones. But I think 23 rounds would probably be the sweet spot.
Mm-hmm. And I think so many
Because at the end
injuries.
of
The
the
game,
day,
the Caswalla, if you watch a game, like if you like my uncles and my dad and that, when they watch the footy now, they're like, these guys are fucking crazy. They remember watching it back then, it was slower. They're watching now, like, hookers that make how many tackles, bro? What did that kid make from Penrith? That
Like 70.
Bro, the game is just crazier. It's faster. Everything is much better now. So I agree with Ivan Cleary, but I don't think anyone's going to listen to him.
And I just think the less games you play, the higher quality every game is.
Of course.
So it's actually
The higher the stakes are.
Yeah, like I know we're going to have a longer period where the fans don't get to watch rugby league, but at the end of the day, what you're watching
Sometimes
will be
it's
better.
good for us. It's less anxiety.
Yeah, but no, at the end of the day,
But less
at
is
the end of the
more.
day, it's
Less
like
is more.
like what we're watching, the quality of what we're watching will be better. It's just how it is.
Of course.
The NBA and the MLB's biggest issues, they play so many games, so every regular season game doesn't mean as much.
Yeah, it's boring and shit. It's trash.
Whereas the NFL, I don't watch the NFL, but I know that they have a short regular season.
But it's hyped and
But
it's so exciting.
fucking every game is huge.
And there's
you know
about
what
1
I mean?
million ads. It's the reason why I never watch
Same,
NFL.
same.
Yeah, I can't do American
I
sports.
only
bro.
watched it when they had that Italian quarterback, the Jets.
that,
Tommy DeVito, bro.
Do you reckon, before we move on, do you reckon it would make the All-Star game a bit more exciting because there's then less footy, but then you're getting, now we're getting the Origin games.
I think-
I don't see the All-Star game, the real All-Star game is Origin.
Yeah.
Which is why, that's why I'm like, does Connor Watson count as one of the best players in the NRL?
Yeah.
No. So why is he playing in
it's sort of an
the
all.
super juiced up All-Star
Yeah,
game?
but it's sort of an all-star, but it's, at the same time, it misses out a lot of stars.
But
Because a lot of the great players, bro, don't make the cut for them, or they're not eligible to play. Like
Yeah.
Benji Marshall for so long. Like
yeah,
players
that's
like
why the
Roger
Maori and
Tuivasa-Sheck,
World All-Stars is
Johnson.
hectic.
Yeah.
Because they get to play in it. But it's just not that much hype and rivalry
I feel
around
like the NRL, there's so much.
So I
for
think
them-
it would make it better.
There's so much for them to improve, and you know what? One thing is, I think they'll talk about it on Bloke in a Bar. And do Origin team announcements way better.
Oh yeah, bro, G it up,
bro. Like
Make
the
it like
NBA,
make
listen,
it like a
they want to
draft.
they want to go to Vegas and do. You know how they want to go to Vegas and expand the game. You have to buy into other people's cultures, and if you're buying into one of the biggest sports cultures in the world, American sports, it literally shapes a lot of the world's sport. Buy into it and do what they do. Make a big announcement for Origin, bro. Bring out the players one by one. Obviously, the players will know. Keep it nice and tight, tucked in. Fucking make a mad
Stop the
announcement.
leaks. Stop the fucking leaks.
Yeah, and bring them all at once. Queensland and New South Wales. Announce them
Cuz-
there. Get them to take a
Yeah,
big
bro.
photo.
I don't
Get them
want-
to have. I would love like a 4-man press conference. Like I would love Liam Martin to have a crack with I would love Reece Walsh, you're like I would love that shit because imagine how much people would love that game. Maybe it's not right. Maybe I'm just
Have them like the UFC does the face-off,
Yeah.
bro, fucking pick the teams as
And
20 blokes.
create battles.
And they all walk up to each other, bro, and they face each other. Fuck, bro.
Create battles, but
Make it box office.
yeah, all right, like Tino and Haas. Let's say they're both in the teams, whatever. Like Tino and Haas will just pick up the mic and chat shit to each other. You know what I mean? Brother, put on the act. It doesn't
As the
matter.
charity match, bro, we did a press conference.
I
cuz,
know,
you know
there's
what I mean?
so much for
they
the
can,
NRL.
bro. They can.
There's
milk
so
it.
much for them to learn and make it like a thing. Sell tickets, bro. Fans will die to watch that shit, bro. Better than giving us
But
an
at the end of
Accor
the day, bro-
stadium that fits 80,000 people. We have to fill it out. Try to fill it out every week. You know what I mean? Like there's so much the NRL could do.
Yeah.
And but yeah, It will never happen because they're so stuck in their ways, bro.
No, we just need a young, because they're the money makers, you know, Abdo
You know how
and
much money they
Blandies.
will make, bro? How much money you
The
make
money
if you have
makers,
shit like that?
because we're making the most money in Australian sport at the end of the day. But cause when we get a young-minded guy running the show, one
You reckon
day,
they'll let us run it? Well, I'll run it for you. Free.
Because if I reckon if I ran the game, we'll be better off. Cause first thing I'm doing, fucking shoulder charges, bro.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Make defense fucking better because you shoulder charge some cunt in the head and he's not slipping, bro. You're gone
imagine-
8 weeks, cause.
Imagine bringing chance, like imagine the crowds, like bro, so much people would want to go to games because the Bulldogs now are doing so well. How much people showed up to that
know.
para game? Like it's just
They can
exciting
do
times.
a lot to milk. They can milk so much more out of Origin. There's so much untapped potential.
Yeah, like the game ends and then like Matty Johns goes into the shed, like not Matty Johns, Andrew Johns goes into the shed. Like that's all nice and stuff, but like fuck that. I want the pre-shit, bro. I want the shit before. I don't want to watch anyone talk about walk into the changing room when my team loses straight out. I don't care. I don't want to say nothing. I'll turn TV off. I'm going to sleep. But before it, G me up. Get Gus Gould back on. What do you reckon? We should do another Gus Storm or what, Maroon? You got the energy, bro, or not?
Bro, it's a lot of energy, bro.
All right, let's get into the weekly recap. We segued hard. Parachooks quickly.
That was a mad game. Good on Parramatta for
Blaze is
coming
a gun,
back.
bro.
Blaze
Blaze is a fucking gun,
cuz-
bro. He's not staying there. I'm telling you from now. Gufferson, move. Gufferson, move. Gufferson, go to the centers. Go play center. Blaze, play fullback.
That's what's gonna happen.
And Lomax, stay in your wing, and you have a great team. I
Bro,
promise you.
That is
Blaze,
what happened.
Blaze, and their fucking championship window stays alive because of Blaze and Lomax, bro.
Cause
But
honestly,
Gutterson at fullback is so reliable.
he
The
is. But teach
at the end of the day,
Blaze.
bro,
Lift the
now
center.
he's there to teach Blaze, bro. But even Blaze in the wing cars was hectic.
He's so good everywhere. Well,
Bro,
I'm telling you, anyone who plays his
I
game
think
is
he's,
so
I
good.
think he's keep him on the wing. Don't play him at center. Or if you have like fucking what do you call him? You got
Gutterson, you
Steven
gotta
on
play
the wing
Gutterson.
is hard to watch sometimes, but I think you
an
got to go with
understatement.
him and Lomax in the wing,
fall off
Gutterson
is
and Russell
crazy.
centers, and Gutterson and Penasini centers, Blaze at fullback. And
I don't
you'll-
mind. I
and
think
you'll-
Gutterson will be good at
You know,
center.
they said they're looking for X factor, bro. This kid's got X factor.
And he's in their team now, so they got to look after him.
Yeah.
Anything else in that game quickly?
I just was a mad game to watch.
Yeah, good entertaining game. Waz and Melbourne. Sadly, the Waz were up fucking. All I remember is them being up so much.
The Waz were in control of that game, and then they
Jerome
lost.
Hughes.
Jerome Hughes really fucking gave it to him, bro.
He's unbelievable, bro. Well, he doesn't get enough flowers, lad.
And
I'll
they,
tell you straight out.
they had Melbourne on the ropes, cars, and they should have really put the fucking foot on their neck. They needed to get one more try, but they didn't. And the two sin bins really fucked them. I think Warriors lost to themselves here. Tamari
been happening
Martin,
a lot this season,
Tamari
bro.
Martin and Johnson did not have a good game, but Tamari Martin was the worst of the two.
Yeah, Johnson looked a bit better than
They,
Martin.
but they still nearly beat Melbourne, and they weren't. That's probably one of their worst. Like they after that first 20 minutes, they didn't look good, and like fuck, bro. They have real shot of winning it this year if they can fucking knuckle down and just stop turning off.
Melbourne or Warriors?
Warriors, bro.
Yeah.
And
They have a good shot at
credit-
making the
and
eight.
credit to Melbourne, bro. They always do enough to win.
Yeah, they put the socks in our mouths, lad. They shut us up.
Fuck, bro.
Souths and Brisbane. Good game.
Mad game.
Trail meet, this, that.
Troll Meat's
Troll
kicking
Meat.
game has completely transformed South Sydney. Troll Meat being there and all this gravity in attack is hectic. You know what you're going to get him
Didn't we say this? Pick him for Origin, it will turn the Rabbitoh season around.
100%.
Straight out, because just to be happier.
His kicking is why they've won these last 3 games, bro. His
Unbelievable
kicking
player.
the last 2 especially has been unbelievable. Like fucking perfect.
That pass as well.
Even when he shanks a kick,
It's-
if fucking they can't catch it.
Latrell Mitchell is just him, bro.
Well, no, I think they can use that in Origin, like they did with Burton.
They should use that. I was gonna say about the Waz game. There was a mad pass in that game from Zelezniak. Was it Zelezniak?
Yeah.
Freakish stuff, bro.
No, it was Chanzi.
Oh yeah, it was
Chance,
Chanzi.
yeah.
Chanzi. You're right.
Chanzi was hectic.
Cronulla, man. Listen, they lost. We spoke about it.
22-0 down. Good comeback.
Good comeback.
I
but
want
they
to
just-
shout out to fucking Toby Rudolph, bro. Sorry,
Royce Hunt.
Royce Hunt, bro. The Rolls Royce. He came on, I changed the whole game.
I feel like he needs to. Hopefully, he doesn't get injured anymore, and he just stays because he's a good player, bro.
Bro, yeah, him and Braden, bro, that's a fucking... They got a
Hamlin,
forward,
New
they
LA,
got a
man.
forward pack, cuz.
Braden, bro.
But the one that's going to go, because they got so many forwards, someone's going to go. And all the reports are saying it's going to be Royce Hunt. Now, I'm a Dogs fan. We had Royce Hunt and let him go a few years back. You know, he was like one of our juniors.
Bring him back.
As a
man.
team that desperately needs a big
We need
bopper,
size.
a big bopper prop off the bench, this guy fits that mold so perfectly. And I think the Dogs definitely have eyes on him because they're not going for DeBellin. I think they know what type of prop that they need. Someone like a Spence. And he's like a poor man's Spence. But the way he's playing right now, he's at a very high level. The Sharks just have to let him go at this point.
They have no choice.
They don't have
Especially
a
with
choice 'cause
re-signing
they-
Rudolph, man. We were talking about
But they
trying
got
to sign
Fanua
Rudolph.
Blake and everything like that, cuz, you know what I mean? They just
And Hazelton.
Yeah, someone's
I would love Hazelton and
They've,
Royce Hunt-Hausen.
they've re-signed everyone, so someone's got to make way, and I think it's going to be Royce and
Braden, you
the
reckon?
Dogs.
How many
No, he's
Nuela
already
re-signed?
re-signed.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, I'd be gunning for Royce the whole way.
What do you
Give
think
him-
about the Damien Cook, Jack DeBellin talk, man? Apparently, Damien Cook and Jack DeBellin are doing a straight swap. So DeBellin will be at the Rabbits and Cook will be at the
Well,
Dragons.
I know
Who
Souths,
wins?
Souths are really liking Peter Mamazelos, and I think they think that he's the way forward. And because of that, I think because like they're getting DeBellin in return and not just losing Cook for nothing, I think the South Sydney Rabbitohs probably win it because Cook is at the back end of his
He
career.
is, man. He's
If
not.
he does start, let's say he does play 3 more years, are they going to win a comp in that 3 years? No. But keeping Peter and having him grow with the roster
And getting a mature, someone
and
in
getting
their
a
pack.
getting a guy that is going to really benefit them in the forwards, can play in multiple
Fuck, I think he'll
positions in
suit
the
them
forward.
very, very well,
He's
bro.
going to be perfect. And who has Wayne Bennett? Wayne knows what this is a Wayne Bennett
He
move.
literally, Wayne Bennett made
Wayne
the
loves
call.
Peter, bro. They all love Peter. He might be a little bastard, but he's a very good player, and I really like Peter Mamazelos too. And I think Souths are going to win this trade.
Is this good for the Dragons?
Yeah, but Little's playing out of his mind.
I
Little is like a poor man's Cook.
You
that
could
gets
never
injured a lot.
convince me. You could never convince me to sign a hooker, no matter how bad I am, to sign a hooker at the back end of his career. I just it makes no. It doesn't.
Well, Appy technically is.
Fucking
You know what I
Appy.
mean?
Get Little up to his standards, like maybe bringing Cook.
Yeah,
and
yeah, I
but
feel like
the
that, but you're
problem-
losing.
Little's
You're
health,
losing.
Little's health has always been an issue. So
But then you're
I
losing the
think
Bellum, bro.
But Little, I think if Cook's going to be playing 50, 60 minutes a game and Little's playing 30, I think it'll be really good for the Dragons because then they're going to have 2 zippy cunts.
Yeah, that's very true as well. And, if
but
they can
the
get
thing
quick
is
play the ball and
Cook
go,
is athleticism dependent. Like if he loses his speed, Cook's going to be so
it's fucked.
because his service is average
Yeah.
at best average. You know what I mean? So if he loses his speed, if he comes an injury, or if he just gets old and loses
That
his speed,
2-3 year period of
he's in trouble, bro, because he doesn't have that much else.
his zippiness, bro, and Origin and stuff, or even Souths at the peak of him, he was unbelievable, bro.
And
but
like,
that stuff dies
and
out
the
very quick,
Dragons
bro.
don't
wallah.
really get quick play the balls. They're all big guys, you know what I mean? They run a power game, but they get like, you know, they're big guys. They're not as mobile, so he's not gonna really be able to get on the back foot as much as he does at South.
So you think that
I think Souths are going to win this trade, but
I
I
agree.
understand why the Dragons are doing it. If you have the opportunity to get Damien Cook, you should go for it. And if they feel like they're going to lose the Bellin, it's a good trade for both of them. They both win because they're getting something.
I'm so happy we got a good hooker.
Yeah, they're getting someone.
I'm so happy,
return.
bro.
Our trade system needs to be more official. More teams need to do it.
Look,
you
that-
shouldn't
look,
be
that-
able to request releases from your contract.
Look, that just made
Should
a
request the trade.
That just made a what do you call it? Made life so easy for both clubs. If it does happen, it's still reports. It's not very true yet. But if it does happen, look, two clubs are
It's
happy.
been reported to the point where you got to believe. It's
I know,
gonna
but
happen.
I'll wait till it's all done and sealed. Listen, last thing before we get into our tips, let's give the Tigers their credit.
Yeah, what a
Adnan
turnout, bro.
Ayad. Listen, Adnan Ayad, you watched this last week and you watched it till I said your name. So this is another one for you. Eid Mubarak to you, my brother. It's much love and congratulations on Tigers finally winning, cuz. Mabruk, right?
Was it 9 or 10 in a row they lost?
I think it was probably 9 or 10. Anyway, listen, great shout out to their crowd. And listen,
hadn't
bros,
won since
stop fucking criticizing Benji.
Do you remember that Para game?
Yeah,
That
they
was their
won?
last
No.
win.
Oh, wow.
That was round 4.
But you remember the Sharks game, the crowd at the Sharks game? Was it this year that Tigers beat Sharks
Yeah.
and the crowd was unbelievable?
Yeah.
Unbelievable
They've won
stuff.
both
They
their
won
wild
2 in a
card
row,
games
and
this
then
Bro, listen,
I think they've won both
stop
their
coming
games
for
at
Benji.
Waika.
Wallah, they come for him too much, bro.
year. He went to Fiji.
Who cares, cuz?
They're
Let the
going to
guy-
Fiji every week. They're going to play like that.
Yeah, like, no, but like,
But then the Titans did play like, bro, that first 10 minutes, I thought they were going to get fucked.
yeah, but listen, cuz.
But then they woke up.
Listen, but
9
like,
in a row.
what I'm saying is, brother, stop. Wallah, there's got to be no more negativity on this. Let Benji cook, bro.
No, cuz.
No one's gonna love the club more.
Don't you understand who these media outlets are? Because they're
Yeah.
never going to let the Tigers,
I know.
they're never going to leave him alone.
I'm never gonna
Because
not
they're
defend
all
them.
hated. The Tigers organization doesn't have any mates in the fucking media, bro.
Yeah, they don't.
Everyone in the media fucking hates them. Any chance, If it's a fucking slow news day, just laugh at the fucking Tigers, bro. Give them shit. I fucking hate that shit, bro.
I hate it too. And we're not Tigers
I
fans, bro.
fucking
Wallah,
hate
we're not.
that shit, bro.
Wallah, we're not Tigers
Shut
fans.
the fuck up, Buzz, and all you cunts on 360. Leave the fucking Tigers alone, you dumb fucks.
Buzz is just an annoying cunt, bro. Straight up.
Wait,
Let's get into our tips quickly before we wrap it up. Dolphins, Melbourne Storm.
Oh, the tips. Oh, fuck me, bro.
He's so angry about the Tigers.
Fuck, man. I'm gonna go the Storm, bro. They always find a way to win.
Yeah.
Where is it? In fucking Redcliffe, bro?
Sun-
Fuck me dead, bro.
I'll go
Fuck.
Melbourne. I'll go Melbourne.
Is it a
30
Melbourne
plus.
away game, cuz?
Yeah, it's Melbourne away
Oh,
game.
you sure?
Yeah.
Melbourne 1 to 12.
Titans Warriors. It's at Sabas.
Oh, Waz all day, bro.
Waz,
Waz
yeah.
13 plus in the hot box, lad.
They're not going to lose to Titans 2 in a row. No
I'll go
way.
1 to 12 Warriors. Roosters Bulldogs. Big game for us up in Gosford. Talk to me.
I'm just gonna go Roosters 1 to 12.
Yeah, me too. Straight out.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be
I
tough.
feel like
bro.
I feel like
Last year we got gypped there, bro.
I feel like Joey Manu is just gonna have a game, bro, and I feel like it's gonna be 1 to 12. As much as I love you, Bulldogs, please be a curse, right?
Have a crack, boys.
Have a crack. We love you no matter what the result is. South Sydney and Manly. Cool.
Oh God, I'm gonna go Manly 1 to 12.
This is actually weird.
This is
because
fucking
GC is
tough
not playing and Litchell's not playing.
Yeah,
I think.
And Gerbo. I'm gonna go Rabbitohs straight out.
Brooksy's gonna cook, bro.
No, I'm gonna go Rabbitohs, bro, straight out. No
But
Schmoller.
because Manly's in an injury crisis now. No Garrick too. No
Garrick, I gotta
no
do- make-
Gerbo. No.
No
You know what?
Schmoller.
I'm gonna go Souths, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Souths
gonna
have
go
a good record against them too.
I'm gonna go Souths.
Where is it?
It's
It's
at
at
Acor.
I'm gonna go South Sydney 1 to 12.
I'm gonna go Souths 1 to 12 as well. Last game of the week, West Tigers, Canberra Raiders. Probably gonna be the most entertaining game. Not gonna lie to you.
This is the last game. Only
Yeah.
5 games this week.
Game round.
West Tigers, Canberra
Probably the
Raiders.
most entertaining game straight out, other than the Bulldogs Roosters.
Campbelltown.
Where?
Campbelltown.
They're gonna lose. Raiders 1 to 12, bro.
Yeah, Rapana's gonna score a hat trick.
Fuck, he was so shit on the weekend,
He's
bro. How the fuck did they lose to the... Bro, you know what? Because they're going to get fucking... Bro, the Raiders are going to get, like,
You gotta cut your
verbally
swearing now,
abused.
bro.
No. They're going to be verbally abused by Ricky after last week's performance, bro.
So you're going Raiders 1 to 13
Raiders
plus?
1 to 12,
We're going
bro.
13 plus, bro. Straight out.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the end of that stick from Ricky, man.
Bro, they're not going to play like that this week, man.
Let's wrap it up. I love you all. Take it easy. Shout out to the Bulldogs for this merch. I love it, but they didn't send it to me straight out. I bought it, but like, it makes me look good, you know what I mean? And I love you, boys. Let's go.
Later, boys.